Mike Nort, you can read him in the Daily Herald. You can hear him with Steve Cochran every Friday afternoon at 5:50, and you can watch his daily 30 and 5 video commentaries at 560wind.com. His visit today is made possible by the Village of Rosemont and Home Comfort Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. Good morning, Mike. How are you?
What's up? Hey, how you doing, Amy? How you doing, Danny? What's going on? I hope you have a shirt underneath the shirt.
I do now. Nobody could stand it the other way around. So.
There you go. Well, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you, Mike.
Hey, Mike, I wanted to ask you how a personal issue with Brian Urlacher now has become a knee injury.
Yeah, I think he's been hurt all along, Amy, and it's not new for Brian Urlacher to have, some sort of personal issues over the years, and they don't really. It's an easy thing to say now. It can be used now to cover up injuries. He says he's going to be there opening day, but it is a concern. He's an older player. He's still very, very good player, very impactful player. But yeah, I mean, it's gone to a situation where now he's saying I'll be there opening day. Well, he better be. I mean, you need this team on all cylinders because you have Green Bay, you have Detroit, and it's going to be a tough season. And you know what? All hands on deck. You can't afford to have anybody that's missing.
As a season ticket holder, I want transparency, so I feel a little lied to. Like they were hiding something by saying he had a personal problem. I thought maybe what's wrong with him and Jenny McCarthy? Are they breaking up? What's going on?
I can't keep track of the guy anymore.
Back in the scene. What happened?
Amy, I can't keep track of the guy anymore. The guy's a mover and a shaker. He's over here, then he's over there. I don't know, but here's what he better be. He better be on that football field when opening day comes. Now, Amy, you and I discussed something about 2-3 weeks ago that I think that we should bring back about Ryan Dempster's miscalculation of the free agent market. Did you see what he did last night? We told him not to go to the Yankees, take the Atlanta deal, pitch in the National League with your 7th, 8th, and 9th hitters being as weak as they've been, plus you face the pitcher. He gave up last night. He's had 2 bad outings out of 3 in his free agent year now. He decided to go to the American League last night against the New York Yankees. He said, I don't want to pitch against the Braves or the Pirates. I want the Yankees and the Angels and everybody else. Well, he got his wish. 6 innings, 9 hits, 8 runs. Now, this is a free agent year where he could have made hundreds of millions. The last 3 games, his ERA in the American League is 8.31. He just cost himself millions and millions and millions of dollars by not staying in the National League and thinking he could take the baseball in the American League. And now he's being brutalized all over the American League.
So I'm going to see a for sale sign up.
Well, I'm telling you, it's not good. He could have stayed with the Cubs and just waived everything. Could have gone to the Braves. Could have gone to the Dodgers. Said, you know what? I'd rather pitch against the Detroit Tigers, the Angels, the Yankees, and the White Sox. Well, good luck to you. Your ERA is almost double digits.
Just think, he could have been pitching against the Astros.
Right. He would have pitched it. That's the whole key to this thing. The American League is very, very strong 1 through 9, and you have the DH, like a guy like Curtis Granderson, who's got over 25 home runs, bats 9th, where in the National League, the pitcher bats 9th. Didn't make any sense at the time, doesn't make any sense now, and I got to believe that Mrs. Dempster is not happy at what they're looking at this morning in the newspapers.
All right, Mike, let's move on to the Bulls. Dwight Howard to the Lakers. How much does this hurt the Bulls long term?
Doesn't hurt the Bulls at all because I don't think the Bulls are going to be, if they get an 8th spot next year, Jerry Reinsdorf, Amy, has already said, Derrick Rose, we will not rush him back. Now, there was another guy that they said wasn't going to be rushed back, and he said, well, I want to come back. And it was Michael Jordan after a foot injury. He never had an issue again, played almost injury-free the rest of his career, decided to dictate his own future. Rose has the knee. He will listen. They may blow off the whole year for him next year and let him rest and come back stronger the next year. But next year does not look good for the Chicago Bulls. It's going to be a long season. I think people understand that when you're losing a former MVP and all-star player.
And quickly, Coach K has said that this was his last time coaching the U.S. men's basketball team. There's already buzz that Doug Collins might get it to make up for that gold medal that was stolen from him in the 1972 men's basketball team. Are you hearing anything?
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything on Doug, but the problem is Doug would probably take over, and probably that with his luck the way it is, he was with the Bulls, he gets launched, they win. He's with the U.S. Olympic team, they get cheated. I mean, why do I think they'd lose if he was the head coach? I mean, he just has not had the luck. Coach K almost fell backwards when they were losing by 1 late in the third. I think it's time for him to get out because the United States, quite simply, if Marc Gasol doesn't foul out of that game, they could have lost. They only won by 7 points, so it could have been from LeBron beyond being, getting it done in Miami, he could have been the biggest GOAT in American Olympic history if they lost that game. So that 7-point win was as big as a 40-point win.
Yeah, it was a good game I watched.
Yeah, it
All right,
was.
thanks, Mike.
All right, guys,
Talk
take
to you next
care.
week, dear.
Yeah, Mike.
Bye-bye.